Alright, I am back in the game and hopefully that has cleared up whatever the issue was. I guess we'll find out in a few minutes, but it was being strange. I went ahead and restarted the computer and hopefully that will solve the problems. We just got our 200 coins there for, I believe, for clearing 5 stages today. Um, okay, let's see now. Whatever do I want to do? Let's go over to events and see what we have here. We have the W gold gift. Don't really have anything here that we can do. Brave Conquest is ongoing. That's from looting gear pieces and meteorites. You get rewards. We've got Engravers Exhibition. That's one that just started today, and we have. Looks like we have 40 of the engravers rings for this. So let us stamp some out. Looks like we got a total of 9 that we need to stamp on this screen. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll have to move those guys into place to match that pattern on the right. So we're going to swap some of these guys and try to not mess it up too terribly. Swap those 2, then these 2, and then these 2. And that ought to give us what we need to get these rewards, which are 50 diamonds, 6 5-star psychic power shards, and 100,000 gold. Okay, we've gone to the next target pattern. We only have 10 rings left, which is 3 stamps and 1 remaining. So we can go ahead and just stamp these first 3 on here. And 2 out of 3 of them fit the pattern, so that's a good ratio. We're gonna need a total of, looks like 10 stamps on this one. So we'll have 7 more to go, and then we can swap things into place on there. We have the zombie invasion. I did that earlier, as you saw if you saw that attempted to stream a few minutes ago. Then there's the shard assembly. It's going for another 1 day and 1 hour. If you haven't gotten enough shards yet to put together the painter's brush, be sure to work on that because it's a nice opportunity to get her artifact right out the gate. I've already gotten one. If I could make another one, I certainly would, but I won't be able to. So that's going to be not something that's going to happen. Let's just say that. I don't have any arena permits right now, so I can't do that. I do have lots of stamina at the moment. So let's go start some vaults in the sand running in the background of here. And I kind of wonder which gear raid this is. Let's go look at, actually, I'm gonna go to number 18 and look and see what the map looks like on this one. Okay, this is the sandstorm one. I don't know that I can do this, but I can certainly give it a try. The boss here is the primitive golem. He has Earthshake, which deals high consecutive physical damage to all targets 3 times. Sandstorm deals continuous damage to all targets equal to a percentage of the current target's max HP. Megalithic Shield, the primitive golem receives significantly less damage and becomes immune to all debuffs. He's also immune to all crowd effects except for slow. And it says these cruel creatures are found in deserts and mountains. Then we also have the Golden Guard. Those are the ones who rush really fast and basically blow up on you. You both take damage, and it's significant. And then there's the Garnet Guards. Those are just the guys who come along and they throw rocks at your platform guys primarily. Alright, so as to whether I can defeat stage 18, I have no idea. Let's click fight and have a look real fast. It appears that the last time I did this, I was using Laurel and that guy there, Vortex, I think his name is. And I wonder if it would be better to go a different route at this point. We could use Edril. I certainly understand using another healer, but okay, we have healer number 2 over here, as the Lord in the Watchers group, and it could be that she's going to be sufficient, but then it could be that she's not going to be sufficient. I'm not sure. There's some other options that that we've gained since we did this last time very clearly. I don't know. Well, let's see. Okay, let's see what other defenders I have here. I did get Olog, which I have. I'm not sure which one of these guys he is actually. I'm looking at it, and he's one of these two guys on the bottom row toward the right, but I'm not sure which one because I'm not very visual. So let's see. This one is Titus. Okay. Let me look at Titus. He can't be healed. He basically gets damage. I wonder if he could be useful here. Could be interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure if he would be useful. He might be. The other one is Olog. I'm actually tempted to try him. Having never tried him before for such a thing. It could be interesting. There's also, you know, I don't want to use Ares for this. But let's see. Where was Titus on this list? Let's give him a try and see what happens. Odds are it's not going to go well. But let's just find out. Alright, he doesn't apparently have any gear on right now, which is probably a great sign, right? Well, let's see. What level even is he? He's level 50. Yeah, it's very unlikely that he's going to do very well. But hey. Don't know if you don't try. Increases damage permanently by 1% when damage is taken. Stacks up to 15 times. That seems just grand. Let's enhance it while we're at it. Why not? Got plenty of mithril on me. Feels like I can enhance that up to level 10 without any trouble. Alright, cool. So that'll increase his stats a decent bit over being naked. Again, whether this is the right choice or not, I don't know. And I don't know. We're gonna find out. How about that? The suggested VP for this stage is 473,600, and our current VP is 600,785, which is fairly promising, but doesn't necessarily mean anything. We've got 2 portals to defend. I think 4 oncoming, or no, 5 oncoming if we count the boss room. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw Xena out here, and then maybe we throw this guy out here. Whatever his name is, I've already forgotten. Titus. Is he? I don't know. See what happens. And then, I don't know, throw down Chan here. Why not? Now, he can't be healed, which is a notable point. Oh no, I have failed. I intended to stick. You know what? Let's try that again. Restart. I want to give him a good opportunity and see what happens. Okay, how's about we put out this one to take the first blow, and then maybe Xena afterward. Feels possible. Then we can throw Dao Chen, I don't know, here. Maybe here. Now what is the range on her? It is as I feared. She has an odd range. I think though, what if I stuck her here and that way? That'd be good? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we're about to be hit by your friend and mine, the boss. It's going to beat upon us for a moment. And a little earth shake. I've got 2 healers out at the moment. Might be able to keep them up. Might not. I don't know. Okay, we made it through the first earth shake, it seems. And so, here's this one. And I think what I want is to throw Regulus here. And then possibly Baron. Well, let's let her take that hit. And then we do Baron here. And then I think we can stick Arrogance next over here. And then Idril on the right. Let's wait for the Earthshake to finish before we stick anybody else out. And now Idril over here. Now, what is her ultimate? Restores 10% rage for all allies in range. That seems like something I should have already equipped. That's too bad. Now we've got that. And possibly this is not the moment to stick out Titus. Maybe now we stick out Wrath here. Okay, yes, I like that better. Now we have Xena once more. Is this a good time? Sure, let's throw her out. Got another Earthshake incoming. Now we have the boss on the left side. Alright, so we beat stage 18 here successfully. I'm really not sure that Titus was the way to go there. I mean, it worked, but I don't know that it was really the way to go. So, we got 30 diamonds, 750 XP potions, 4,620 coins, 20 Vault in the Sands trophies, 1 Cursed Ring of the Mythic Gear variety, and 20 Brave Conquest points for that. Stats show Arrogance doing the top damage, followed by Idril, then Idrin, then Xena, which, you know, actually it was like Arrogance was way in the top slot, and then Idril was like less than half of that, and then Idrin was less than half of that. So that's kind of the numbers you're looking at. But the purpose here was not necessarily to do a lot of damage, but rather just endurance, just live through it for that period of time. Now I'm just kind of curious as to what this level looks like over here. It's exactly the same. I thought 19 it might change. I do see we have a guy added. It's a giant golem. He is a ranged sniper. A formidable earth spirit with boundless strength attacks enemies by hurling gigantic stones to deal AoE damage. Maybe it's actually the Smasher Guard. Yes, this other guy, he's just another rock thrower, but this guy it says he delivers devastating blows to enemies with a massive hammer, dealing damage to enemies within 2 tiles ahead. Interesting. Well, I'll try that sometime, not right now. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to quick clear up to the max here. And then we'll do some auto fights. Yeah, I think that's right. That seems like a good plan. Alright, so for that, we got 1 Arcanum Crystal, 200 Vault in the Sands trophies, 200 Grave Conquest points, 55,440 gold, 7,560 XP potions, and then some random smattering of gear. Alright, now I will auto fight however many times there are. As to the gear raids, I think the only one now that I don't have at least 18 on is number 3. And that is correct. And it's a possibility that I might be able to do number 3 up to 18. I don't know. I really, last time I tried it, I didn't have some of the heroes that I have now, and I just haven't gotten back over to it yet. I don't know that I will tonight because been making an attempt to sleep these days. I know that's weird, but it's a big plan that I have to try to get some sleep sometimes. So let's see here what we have. We have the Trial of the Piercers. I haven't tried that one in a while as far as moving along through it. Probably I should give it a go. Let's have a look at it. I think this one is the one. Yeah, it is. It's the one with the queen. It gives me a little bit of trouble because I don't have enough, or I didn't previously have enough to split between those two areas. Maybe I'm in a little better position now. I'm not sure. Let's go to fight. Okay, so I don't have gear on all of my people. I do have, however, a new person, and that is Talon. Actually, a couple of new people, but one of my new people is level 3. Actually, okay, so I have multiple level 1s who are newer, a level 3, and then Talon who have leveled up to, it says max level, but I think that might be 50, it might be 60, I'm not sure. But certainly, we can replace Brienne. And I don't know if that's even necessarily the worst of these guys, but let's put Talon in for sure. Then these other ones. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I suppose I will keep these others as they are for the moment. Looks like she doesn't have an artifact on, so let's fix that problem. Each basic attack launched increases attack by 3% for 2 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Okay, looking over her skills again, because I haven't really used her. Let's see, increases attack by 15% in battle, can be deployed on both platform and ground tiles. When deployed on ground tiles, the hero transforms into Berserker stance. Okay, I've never used her yet. My understanding is she can be placed on either the ground or on a platform, and if she's placed on the ground, she becomes bare. This could be very useful because I don't have very much in the way of ground units, and that's one of the problems that I've run into in this level. So maybe I use her as a ground unit, possibly. It says when deployed on ground tiles, the hero transforms into Berserker stance, reduces redeployment time by 15 seconds. So Berserker stance reduces attack range and increases base attack interval to 3 seconds. Attacks deal AoE physical damage to enemies in range. Increases block by 3 and max HP by 100%. Increases defense equal to 80% of attack. Attacks have a 20% chance to inflict 10% vulnerability versus physical damage and cannot target airborne units. Talon's class changes to Defender, and she is also considered a platform unit in Guild War. Okay, her ultimate is, when activated, reduces attack interval by 40% and attack ignores 60% magic resistance. While in Berserker stance, this effect is replaced with increases attack by 40% and all damage reduction by 20%, dispels one debuff from the hero every 5 seconds, and when taking direct damage, restores 5% of their max HP for the hero and adjacent allies. So the fact that it's going to restore the health to adjacent allies indicates that I ought to put her at the top in this fight, so that she's surrounded by other allies. Probably a good idea. She also has her basic attack, which deals 110% damage to one enemy. Nature's Fury says every 8 attacks launched, the next attack deals 480% damage and dispels one buff on the target. While in Berserker stance, this effect is replaced with attack has a 17% chance to trigger Ground Stomp, which deals 340% AoE physical damage to 5 enemy targets within 2 rows ahead and knocks them back. During the ultimate, the damage range expands and inflicts stun on hit target for 1 second. When the ultimate is activated in any form, this effect is guaranteed to be triggered 1 time. She also has Ironback armor. When deployed, gains 1 stack of Thorn's Shield every 18 seconds, which increases attack by 2% and defense by 2%. All stacks are preserved after redeployment, which is super cool. And it reduces the cooldown. Okay, each time Nature's Fury is triggered, it reduces the cooldown by 5 seconds. What is Nature's Fury? It's this one here. Okay. While in Berserker stance, this effect is replaced with reduces cooldown by 1 second for every 1 time healed, up to 1 time every 2 seconds. Pretty cool. I like it. I'm definitely gonna try her out this time, I think. And then let's just throw some gear on some of these people who don't have any, because that feels like a good idea, right? I'm not terribly concerned with it. I know it's important and things like that, but if the hero hasn't received any damage within the last 6 seconds, the damage will be increased by 10%. Unlikely to be the case in here, but possible. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. We'll keep it. Then we want to stick something on the healer, of course. And again, I don't really care too much what at this time. Quick equip this. Tia's Balm increases healing multiplier by 30% when healing a hero with less than 30% hit points. Well, that seems all fine and well. I like that, all right. Now, what do we have? This is Nisandi. She's another healer. Level 39, looks like. What level was Lily? Okay, she was maxed out probably at 50, I would imagine. So, what kind of an artifact do we got here? Healing a unit to full HP has a 20% chance of granting them a shield equal to 20% of its max hit points for 10 seconds. The effect can only be triggered 1 time every 5 seconds. Alright. And then this is, no, this is Livian. I almost said Isildur, but it's Livian. Livian is the one that I've been using previously as my, basically as my defender choice. I just gave her a tuning crystal. After every 10 basic attacks landed, it deals AoE damage, physical damage, 1 time equal to 200% of damage multiplier to at most 5 targets, and restores HP for 10% of damage dealt. Yeah, cool. This is Apsan. Put some gear on him. And an artifact for him as well. When shielded, increases damage by 20%. This effect lasts for 6 seconds after the shield vanishes. That's fine. He's not, of great relevance to me, honestly. Here we have Theowen. And what kind of artifact? He's got Taunting Gaze, increased distance, means increased damage. That could be good for him, really. Every 1 tile away from the target increases damage dealt by 2%. It's class limited to marksman. I mean, it would be cool for Cetrum. He has something I think like this. Or for Idril. I wonder what I have on Idril right now. Speaking of. Okay, it's restores hit points when she deals damage. Oh, that's fine. I'll leave it for now. Maybe I mess with it later, maybe I don't. For the moment, I'm alright with it. Throw some gear on this girl. I think this is Esme. Yes, it says Esme up there. And what does she have? Dealing critical damage has a 15% chance to ignore 30% of the target's defense and magic resistance for 3 seconds. Good enough. Good enough for government work, you know? Level 23 character. Not too worried about it. We'll see. It says, it said we needed like 281,000 or something like that, and we have like, I don't know, 330,000 or something of that nature. Okay, so what do we have here? I think what I was doing before, if only I can find her, there we go. It's putting her out. And then, having trouble finding my guys here. Maybe her here. And then, okay, hold on. Looks like Kaylin can only hit there. That's too bad. Okay. It's alright. Now we have, oh yeah, right, that's right. It doesn't have any room for anybody on the bottom. Okay. And then in that case, what am I doing? I think I was putting a lily here, possibly. And then the sandy on the other side. Maybe I got that backward. Who knows? I don't have any idea what that does. Which is attack interval by 40% attack ignores. Okay, increases attack by 40% and all damage reduction to 20%. Yeah, that wasn't really. Yeah, it was somewhat good because it says it restores 5% of their max HP for the folks around the adjacent allies. So that wasn't a bad move, honestly. Okay, let's see here. What have we in the way of this uh, this lady right here? I think we need to try to do something about her, probably. So let's stick. Wow, that was a lot of damage being taken right there for sure. Who was that? Okay, that was Lunara, I believe, going down. Let's throw. Well, let's throw Theowen out here. Sure. We can just keep chunking folks out for the moment. Unfortunately, I know where to stick him. But that's okay. What I don't have is any way to put out Absand current. So it's just a wasted slot at the moment, unfortunately. And I don't have enough at the bottom to kill the queen lady, so it's no relevance. Alright, so let's see how. Think about this for a second. For one thing, I can replace Absand because he is a useless character if I'm going to be using I'm going to be using Talon, which seems like a better choice than him. Okay. I can use him at the top instead of using Solde at the top. Is that a good idea? Not sure. He's a fire, but I'll have Talon behind him. Oops. Or maybe I'll have Talon in front of him. Let's see. Yes, I think we want to have Talon in front of him, probably. Okay. So let's look at what we have in the way of... Okay, hold on. Options, really. Okay. I don't have too many people leveled up that are, really that impressive to add in the spot there. I think of the ones that I have hanging out right now, maybe I go with this Eliza, perhaps. As far as leveling her up. Let's go have a look at her skills real fast. Okay. I have her promoted a good ways, but I don't have her level up, and I do have, well, no, I don't have her skills up either. When deployed, gains invisibility and increases damage by 70%. This can only be triggered one time for each deployment. That's her ultimate. She deals damage pretty good distance. Killing enemies turns basic attack into 2 consecutive strikes. Could try it. Alright, let's chunk some gear onto her. Yeah, this has the one shielded. Okay, let's unequip that and see what other kinds of things there might be here to use. I wonder. I wonder if we could stick this on it and no, that doesn't make sense. So we did blueberries to privileges. Um, okay, this seems like a good choice. Each basic attack launched increases attack by 3% for 2 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's click that, and I'm going to enhance it as well. And then I'm going to see if I can get her any levels. All right, attributes. Yes, we can get her up to max level, so let's do it. Do we start her up? Sure, of course we do. Let's do it. That brings her up to 5 stars. And then we can take it the rest of the way to level 50. That seems fine. What if I have some easy upgrades to do here? Yes, I have plenty of purple dust, so let's go. That gives a damage increase of 10% to Moon's Shadow. Moon's Shadow is the one that increases her damage by 80% upon deployment. It gives her the invisibility and can only be triggered one time per deployment. Effect duration plus 2 seconds on Relentless Strikes. That's the one that when she kills enemies, it turns your basic attack into 2 consecutive strikes. Then we increase the damage of Moon's Shadow by 10% once more. And increase physical attack by 5%. And another 5% on that. Hopefully she'll do halfway decent. I don't know if she will. Maybe. Damage increase plus 10%. And we'll do that one more time. See what happens. Relentless Strikes and effect duration plus 2 seconds. Okay. That's alright. Let's see what happens at this point. Everybody has some kind of gear on. Everybody has, you know, some amount of levels. So, I mean, it's not mind-blowing, but we got something going there. Okay, so we want to put Absent at the back of the group, and the other girl, Talon, at the front. We want to put Luna out here, and then I think it was Lily here facing up. What if we get neutral down here? Then she can start shooting the boss here in a moment. Maybe get a little bit done down there. We definitely have to start on the boss as quickly as possible, I think. In order to have any kind of chance. Well, that was Lunaria down. Don't really know which of these is the better option for down here, but we're gonna go with Esme for now. And we might change that later. He can't hit from there, so maybe I just wait for a moment on that. Okay, so maybe her here. That's no good. I can throw her here, but it's still not gonna quite get it in time. Okay, so we've got to concentrate more firepower at the bottom and let the top live or die. I think there's a simple possible solution, which is to move the healer back up to the top. I had previously moved her down to the bottom because I needed room for more damage dealers at the top, but maybe at this point I don't. We're gonna try a similar thing as before. We'll stick her out first, and how much damage do we really need up there? They didn't seem to be having any trouble, so maybe we don't need as much as before. If I put Hydro up there, I mean, I feel like I could still do a similar thing. Let's put Lily here. How necessary she is, I'm unsure. The second one, having a second lady down there, I'm not sure if it's necessary. What if we put Lunaria down here, and then maybe Brienne down here to kind of concentrate that firepower for now. I can then have a healer for these guys and keep Brienne and Lunaria both in the fight. I don't think it would do me any good to put any of these other guys. Now their range is actually supposed to be increased, I think, so maybe they can hit me there. In which case, I stick Eliza out. It does go out there. Okay, I had forgotten about that. So, perhaps we have a chance here. Still haven't quite managed to get that queen so close and yet so far away. 9.1%. Alright, so what could I do differently? Let's see. Who's the top DPS? Let's get some pen and paper and some stats. Alright, so right now, what we've got is Talon at the top, which I think keeping her up there is a good plan. We got Beetle next, followed by Brienne, then Apsan, interestingly. So we want Brienne at the bottom. We want Lunaria at the bottom. Eliza. Okay, so we don't know how Theowen and Esme would have done because they weren't out, and plus, they're lower level. Things I can do to increase my bottom damage would be trying to upgrade Brienne, Lunaria, and Eliza. let's see where we're at here. Lunaria is level 50. Brienne is level 50. And Eliza is also level 50. This could be part of the problem. Brienne was doing the most damage out of all of them. So do we start her up? Can't quite do it with what we've got here. Let's see, what kind of artifact does she have on? When there are no enemies within one tile, AoE damage is increased by 20%. Okay. Let's check on Lunaria. The hero hasn't received any damage within the last 6 seconds. The damage will be increased by 10%. And that does okay at the bottom, I think. And then Eliza, what do we have? Each basic attack, yeah, that actually works for her. So, okay. Actually, okay. Let's make sure all of the artifacts are enhanced if these guys are wearing. If they're not, let's go ahead and knock this one out the bed. It'll increase the attack, if nothing else. Okay. And then on Eliza, same song and dance. Nothing to do there. Alright, well. Slightly better by enhancing that. One possibility is to put them out faster. It does behoove them to have a healer. Okay. Start again. So, what if we start with putting Talon here. Then Cathedral. And then Brienne did the top DPS, so let's throw her out. Followed by Lunaria. And we're just gonna trust those guys to be able to survive over there for a second. We need to get Lily out next. Facing up. And then Absam next. Right here. We've got, unfortunately, Brienne went down because I didn't get to it fast enough. It's a sad day. Which means I'm gonna have to throw out somebody else for the moment. And I think we're gonna start with Eliza. Esme? Sure, Esme it is. And as soon as Brienne is back available, we'll throw Brienne in place of Esme. Well, that's like this. Go off real fast, I suppose. I don't need to use that ultimate yet. Alright. Retreat on Esme. Put out Brienne. It's no good. Somehow I did worse that time, probably because I didn't have Brienne out the whole time. And that was because I didn't put the healer out fast enough. Okay. So, then let's look at the stats on this again. We got Talon, followed by Idril, followed by Lunaria. Yeah, Brienne just wasn't out. And so she didn't do as much. And I think she got webbed there for a bit. All right. Okay, let's try again. All right, so Talon here. I think Talon followed by Idril wasn't a bad path. Let's stick Lunaria out next in this location. And then bring in. And then I think I need to get Lily out. Oh, ha, I missed. After that, I better do her. Who's next? It's gotta be Eliza, right? I think it's gotta be Eliza. I don't know that I need Absent. What if I replace Absent with another marksman? Will that help? It won't, because it's actually the bottom that is suffering. I need someone who can may as well put Absent out right now, but it's unimportant to the mission. Hey, this is a solid Navy right now. Very good, very good. It worked. Okay, so finally, after much struggle, we have achieved victory on that level. All right, so we got a total of 13 of these agility insignia 3s and 105 XP potions. The damage looks like almost 2 million, 1.9 million for Talon, and then drops down to Idril at 1.178 million. Then Brienne is like less than half of Idril's DPS or damage. And then Lunaria is a quarter of Brienne's, and then it just goes insanely. I mean, Eliza is a 10th of Lunaria's. That's sad. Alright, it just goes way down. Alright, good to know. Complete this. And then I'm going to auto fight stage 9 to get that one done because it's almost 1 in the morning. And got to try to be more disciplined about these things. Did I, in fact, break the auto fight? Oh, okay. Background fight is in progress. Cannot challenge the same stage again. Well, sure, of course. Okay, we've got 100 stamina sitting there to be claimed. We grab that. Let's hop out of here. And there's a powerful star supply bundle, small, available. It's got, looks like 1 of these 5-star psychic powers, 4 4-star psychic powers, 1 XP bonus. It's a 1-day doubler. 300 stamina and 70,000 hero XP potions for a grand total of 1,499 W gold. Followed by Gear Raid 2 below, number 1. So that's interesting. It has this ancient mythic gear Guardian Bangle, a Guardian Amulet, and a Guardian Ring. Looks like. So that's interesting. Okay. And 30 primitive spirits for 4,999 W gold. Alright, let's claim these rewards for the background fight. 261 XP potions and 10 agility insignia 3s. And then, when we come over here, the Harbor Master has returned and has for us 30 island sun tunas and 30 golden pineapples. Now I want to look and see what do I actually want. Looks like I could use some volcanic salt right about now. That's probably what I'm already going for since, no, it's not. Okay. So volcanic salt it is. See if we've got anything over here. Nope, nothing to claim there to do. We have over here some idle rewards to claim. We've got 10 quick clear tickets, 2 insignia of endurance 3s, 2 arena permits, 3 auto fight attempts, and 1 huge stamina potion. In which case, let's hop over to the arena and see what kinds of things there are to see. Nothing that I want to tangle with, so let us refresh. And we've got Good Apollo at 360,906 BP. And that is, in fact, what his stage monsters also have. So we'll go ahead and give it a go. I recognize Araka, I believe her name is, and Yuri. Yuri's very good. And Cetrum. And I think there was one more in there that I recognized. Okay, so the first thing we do is they throw out Yuri, of course. She's very high DPS. She has Needle of Torment. Deals 5 hits of 75% damage per second to one enemy target in range. When a target dies during the skill, gains 5% rage and targets one other enemy near the fallen target. Alright, so who do they have next? We've got Cetrum. He's good, but his best when we place him at max range from the thing. He has Fortress Stance, switches to Fortress Stance, and increases attack range for 15 seconds. During the skill, constantly bombards targets with continuous attacks that deal 25% damage and gradually increases attack speed. We got defeated with that double DPS guys there. Very nice job. Alright, so that was Good Apollo with 360,906 BP. And top damage was Yuri with 1,761,850 damage, followed by Arrogance with 1,300, no, I'm saying 1,319,940 damage. And then Cetrum, my Cetrum is next, 282,037, followed by his Cetrum at 98,586. So that's interesting. Yuri is just very, very good on the damage. Wonderful DPS. So we got 3 arena coins for that. Okay, now that was about all I could do there for the nonce. Let's hop over into the Oracle's Trial where we have something to claim here. It is 3 legendary skill crystal shards. I'll take that. And let's start some more auto fights on these guys here. Okay, there we go. And make sure I've seen Baruch. I have seen him, so I don't need to go check him out quite yet. We've got something over there in the quests. Level up the heroes 3 times. Gave us 1 stamina potion sample and 5 engraved rings. For the weekly, we have level up heroes 30 times, giving us 1 3-star psychic power token, and upgrading hero skills 1 time gives us 10,000 gold. Now what else do we have? Looks like we need to perform 1 summon, claim the Tide Onslaught rewards 1 time, and get friendship points. Let's give the friendship points first. Always a good thing to do. We gave those, and then we'll click on this and claim our maximum friendship points have been reached. When unable to get 1, we can go redeem for stamina. So yeah, sure, let's redeem for stamina. Why not? Give them everything we've got and get a little bit of stamina. Why not? Tap close and we'll claim it now. So we got 10 friendship points and 5 engraved rings for that, followed by claiming this box at the top for 35 diamonds and 5 engraved rings. Now, we can perform 1 summon, or we can claim the Tide Onslaught rewards 1 time. We'll go ahead and claim the Tide Onslaught rewards 1 time. I think I'll just go ahead and claim the loot and not make any attempt at the Onslaught right now. Alright, any moment now. There we go. Our reward is 16 legendary skill dust, 340 talent points, 54 epic skill dust, 17,500 gold, 50 stamina, 92 rare skill dust, and then a few of these demon soldier shards. 1 skeleton guardian shard, 1 fallen reaper shard, 1 small arachnid shard, and 1 scaled mage shard. Once I finally start doing those demon things, it's gonna be we're gonna have lots of those demon folk to work with there. Okay, got that. Come out of here, and on our quest, we can claim this 1 stamina potion sample and 5 engraved rings. Next, let's summon one hero of some kind. See what we get here. We have 1 rare summoning crystal, and hey, we only need to make 1 summon, so that works out perfectly. It gives us Cuke, the 3-star marksman, a cunning goblin archer whose poisoned arrows bounce from foe to foe. Beware his traps. Excellent, just what I wanted. Let's claim this. That's 2 4-star psychic power shards and 5 engraved rings at your service. So, I'm going to next go to the Gold Dragon Pass, go to the weekly quest. We got level up hero 20 times. That gives us 600 gold dragon tokens and levels us up to 39. Go over here and claim that, and we get 5 5-star psychic power shards. Excellent. Next, in the events tab, we have Brave Conquest, which gives us 20 diamonds and 1 small stamina potion. We also have the Engravers exhibition, which is going on. I believe I said I needed 10 of these stamps, so we won't make it yet. We have 3 right now, so this will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let me just make sure this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 more of those, and then we'll move them around, and we will actually have just enough to make it through this, assuming I don't mess anything up, which is highly possible. So let's move there to there, confirm, and then we'll move here to here, and confirm, and then we'll go here to here, confirm, here to here, confirm, and then for the final one it's going to be here to here, and confirm that. So for that we get 50 diamonds, 6 5-star psychic power shards, and 100,000 gold. And it brings us to the next pattern. We have no engravers rings left at the moment, so we can't do this lovely number 2 yet. That'll be for tomorrow, I imagine. Maybe later. I don't know. It depends on if we get any more stamps very soon or not. It has now turned 1 o'clock, and so Root is happily offering us some more items. None of them are of interest whatsoever. So out of there, let's check on the arena. Still have 7 minutes left on that. I want to check this and put together this shard right here, which is 1 5-star psychic power. Put that together, get that. Only 1 more of those will be able to star somebody up to the next level. Okay, so we got that going. What more? Oh yes, I was going to go and look at the heroes. Actually, that's not the right spot. I wanted to go to Summon Window and go to the backup storage, and there's this bulk dismiss tab that I only recently discovered. And we can sort it. I tried to click 1-star heroes. We don't have any in here, so it won't do it. Let's go to 2-star heroes, and I'm going to get rid of all of those because I already have a lot of the 2-star heroes right now, and I don't think I need more. So knock those out of here. Now all that's left here is 3-star heroes. I don't know how many I have room for. I don't want to dismiss them. That was the wrong button. I want to bulk select them. There's 23 in this window. I don't know if I have room. I don't. So let's see how much I do have. Oh, I don't have anything. So let us go here to the sell window. I do have some 1-stars here. So let's dismiss these guys. And then we got 3,850 gold for that. Check on the 2-star heroes. The only ones I'm having a concern for is the ones that are fusible. And I like to try to keep 4 copies of each of those. Just because that's, it seems like a nice number for being able to have plenty of people to eat, to star up other people, while still being able to make some fusible guys if I want to, whenever I may want to. And then I'll dismiss the rest for 9,600 gold. Okay, now, before I go to trying to sell 3-star heroes, I'm gonna want to come out of here and see about awakening anybody who may need some awakenings. And it is very likely to not see that little red dot in the corner. So I have to kind of be careful, especially when we have these red hearts, because for me, being not specifically or not particularly visual, I have trouble differentiating hearts from circles. It's very strange, but it is what it is. So far, I haven't seen any, and I hope that's because there are none here, rather than there being some here and I just overlooked them. So, with that in mind, I think I'm going to claim this background stuff, 23,100 coins, 3,750 XP potions, a little bit of gear, 100 Roll from the Sands trophies, and 100 Brave Conquest points. Claim that, and then I want to get some more of those running in the background. And then I can go back to the Heroes tab and go to the sell thing here. 3-star guys, and pretty much I think I can get rid of all of these because I have some guys saved, and I think I'm good to go on all these guys. Hopefully. I think so. Let's dismiss them for 510 diamonds. How about 4-star guys? Have any of those? Nope, nothing there. Okay, if that's the case, let's then come back over to the summon window where I can go to the backup storage and bulk select all these folks and bring them over. They're all purples and blues. So back we go to the heroes, and again I'm going to check on awakens, because I feel like it's always safer to do that before I sell anything. Better safe than sorry. And measure twice and cut once and all that business, right? Ah, and look at that Nalvarus. Nalvarus sitting over here with an awakening ready. Let's do it. So we've awakened him to level 4, and he now has Rage Regen +1. Rage Regen Auto, it says, +1. We got 1 4-star psychic power as well for that. And then, do we have anybody else? Yes, we do. We have this person, whoever this person is. This person will be awakened. I keep seeing this person, and know nothing about them. Restores 5% HP for every 5 basic attacks. Interesting. Oh, we got 1 4-star psychic power for that. Now, just out of pure curiosity, who is this person? Ah, it's Evelyn. That's the problem, is that her little icon doesn't look like her really at all. It looks like Loki more than anything, facially. And with her little face, I don't know, decoration, what do we call that? it's not a tattoo. It's, it's like it's something that's been melded onto her skin. Maybe they use some of that body glue. I don't know. It's like it's almost the crown, right? But it's not a crown. It's a face. It's a face hugger. I think it's a face hugger. I just don't know it. I'm just taking control of Aveline the centaur. Who would have guessed from the picture that this is a centaur? No idea. All right, moving on down. Oh yes, we have various people, but we need to awaken somebody. Okay. On down here, I don't think we're going to hit anybody else at this point to awaken, but there we go. Okay, got through it. No more awakenings, but you know what I forgot to do? Sell my guys. All right, they were all 3 stars and 4 stars that I moved into here. So we can go ahead, I think, safely sell these guys. We sure can. All right, let's get them. 630 diamonds. And then what do we have? We have 4 stars, nothing ready. Okay, good to know. We now have, not quite 40, we have 36 slots open. Check on the arena over here. We can refresh. We still have 2 uses. And here's Stoof. Or Gnome. Which one would we want? I don't know. Let's go in order. Let's start with Gnome at 342,078. And his monsters have the same amount as he does. So let's see what happens here. Gnome. He has Silas. He has Leia. He has Laurel. And I don't know who else. Alright, it looks like he's starting out with Edril. I didn't recognize that Edril because of her skin. She has limitless shots. During the skill effect, each basic attack fires 3 consecutive shots to one enemy, each dealing 80% damage lasting for 25 seconds. During the ultimate, the hero's attack range becomes unlimited and her attacks no longer prioritize airborne units. This is Silas. He has Shadow Glue. Damage increases by 80% and each attack becomes soul sniping that ignores the defense and magic resistance of the target for 20 seconds. Who else we got going down here? It doesn't matter because they beat us so quickly that it was irrelevant. Alright, so Gnome that with 342,078 BP just went flawless. Statistically, it looks like statistically. Edril did all of the damage. 1,711,630 damage done by Edril. Very good. Very good. And then, oh, well, I didn't. There was a negligible amount of damage done by Arrogance as well. 762,684, which is not quite half as much as their Edril did. So that absolutely stopped. You got 3 arena points for it nonetheless, for the game is generous. And then, next, I believe, is Stoof. So, Stoof, let's go. What you got? He has 349,070 BP on his stage monsters. Might be good enough. We'll see. Out of here, come over to more accurately observe our opponent. There's Silas. He's the one with Shadow Cloak I was reading a second ago. Damage increases by 80%, and each attack becomes soul sniping that ignores the defense and magic resistance of the target for 20 seconds. They also put out Edril, limitless shots. During the skill effect, each basic attack fires 3 consecutive shots to one enemy, each dealing 80% damage, lasting for 25 seconds. During the ultimate, the hero's attack range becomes unlimited, and her attacks no longer prioritize airborne units. And then they threw out Lucius. I've seen him a number of times in a room. He has Exorcism, loads the weapon with sanctified bolts, increasing damage by 30% for 20 seconds. Basic attacks and pursuits deal an extra 120% damage one time. The next basic attack dispels up to 5 buffs from the target upon hit. When activated, dispels all damnations inflicted, and the hero won't be inflicted with damnation during the ultimate. Then they stuck out Dr. Van Helsing. I've seen him in Arena a number of times as well. He has Silver Guillotine. When activated, gains 30% penetration and immediately triggers one talent special attack. Ultimate lasts for 25 seconds. During the ultimate, increases the Giant Axe attack's chance to ignite mithril shrapnel to 100%. That sounds bad. And then they have Vorn. Vorn has Unshackled Frenzy. The spell is up to 1 buff from the target. Then, basic attack turns into 3 consecutive strikes, dealing 3 instances of 80% damage and inflicting 2 times of poison on the target. For each stack of poison on the target, increases damage dealt by 1% up to a 30% increase. Now we have lost once more. Done a lot of losing tonight. I feel like possibly I need to rework this team. Alright, so that was Stu for 349,070 BP. Okay, looks like the top damage dealer is Cetrum with 5,616,910, followed by Arrogance with 5,252,850, and then it drops down to basically these 3 guys on his team, which is Silas, Dr. Van Helsing, and Neutral. After that, it goes down to Lucius, who I've never really seen perform all that well, and so I do wonder a lot about him because I've never used him, and I wonder what he has about him that makes everyone use him, makes a lot of people use him in Arena. I don't see why, as far as the things that I can see him, I don't understand why he's good. But that's because I haven't looked into his stats. I've only seen his ultimate in the Arena. It doesn't seem that impressive, but maybe it's much more impressive than it appears. I don't know. Alright, so from defending against other players, we gained 2 of these Arena coins while we were out fighting Arena. Okay. That's all of that. Let's go to the mine. We got 2,200 tokens, coins that is, 2,200 XP potions, and 10 stamina waiting in the mine. What am I missing here? Let's check the storage. Got that. Got something red in the guild. Okay, that's just, I haven't done the Guild War Tier B. I don't know what that's all about yet. Haven't looked into it yet. But maybe soon I'll check that out. I haven't reset the Titanic Ruins weekly setup ever since the first time that I did that. So at some point, or maybe the second time, but at some point I should go do that. Not at this point because it's 1:15 a.m. But soon I need to reset that. But now let's come back over here and check on these background fights. We got 41,580 coins, 6,000 XP potions, a variety of gear, 160 bolts in the sand trophies, and 160 brave conquest points. Okay. Feel like we've made a little bit of progress this evening, or tonight, if you want to call it that. At least we got through another stage of one of the gear raids. I think it was gear raid 2. I think so. Yes, it's this one here. Yes. So gear raid 2, we got another one of those knocked off. It would be good soon to try gear raid 3. Now that we have some more marksmen that we did not previously have, but it's not necessary to do that immediately, of course. Looks like we need 1 more point of stamina in order to do the next, or to do another fight here in the gear raid 2. So maybe I will do something while I wait on that. Let's see what that could be. We would have to clear campaign stage H7-15 to be able to get this next step, which will give us a legendary extract. Stage requires strong fighters or defenders or tacticians. Summon and upgrade these heroes before attempting a challenge. Okay, so perhaps I can do this real fast. Um, this is, looks like we've got 2 portals to defend. They've got 3 on incoming ground portals. Missed superior abyssal beholders, missed adagged followers, and missed barren sail. So we will want to stand some folks on these eyes. Now the person who stands on the eyes takes damage over time from those. I am not too concerned about who we're bringing, so we'll just bring whatever we've got because the suggested VP for the stage is 181,068. Our current VP is 628,738. So we're just gonna go with it as it is and hopefully run through this. Alright, so we've got somebody coming down that way. And I think I will just stick Adrian right here. And then we have Dao Chen. We can throw her here. And that'll help with that. Put Wrath up here just as a bit of a block for a second. And then we'll stick Arrogance down there. We'll have another healer that we can toss on this other eye. And then I think I will put Hedral next. And I'll just put Hedral, you know, I guess I'll put Hedral here and face up. Alright, we've got Cetrum. We can cover a pretty wide berth there. May as well throw a Nora out and Maul. Actually, we don't have room in time for Maul because time isn't really what I mean. Basically I don't have enough deployments to use Maul. Got plenty of people who don't show up until they come within sight of the, like they have a few blocks basically around these eyes that they can be seen if somebody's on that eye, and then otherwise they have to run into somebody in order to be seen. So for that, we got 25 diamonds, 470 XP potions, and 630 gold. Just as a quick check, Egil top to the DPS, followed by Cetrum, and then Arrogance. Alright, complete that, and that's going to unlock the gold stage. But I'm not going to do that quite yet. We did end up using some of the stamina we had in order to do that. So now we have 10 left, meaning that I will go to here and come down to one of these earlier stages where I think maybe, oh no, we can't do it. Well then in that case I'll head back up and go to stage 18, auto fight. We're going to auto fight one time. We're going to use one of these stamina potion samples to get that 10 extra that we need. Actually, we need more than 10 extra of the charisma because we need 22 for that. So, we shan't do that. We instead go back down to stage 15 where we can. Let's see. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to wait. It's 20 out of 250. It's keeping me up. I'm keeping myself in the game a little longer than you think. This is how I don't go to bed till 4 in the morning. Just like this, folks. 'Tis the way. Let's see here. Interesting. Okay. All right, well, let's see. What else do I want to do? I think maybe I'll go try the next bit in the storyline, which will use yet another bit of stamina, but that's okay. I think that's it. Actually, we have to 24 to be able to do this. Ah, man, killing these Maulers. Um, so I'd have to use. It just feels like I'm so close to being able to do a stage that I don't want to. Don't want to sign out without it. Maybe I can see if there's anything. No, nothing in the mind. We got 400 coins and 150 XP potions. Well, let's take that. Hop out of there. We'll look at heroes for a minute. What is it that I need to do right now with any of these guys, you know? It looks like they're all pretty set up until Talon. Talon, just another star up. And she did pretty well when I used her in the faction trial. I don't know how that would translate to other things, and that was being used as a ground creature, right? She can also be used as a platform person, so I wonder, let's go look, because we have curious minds around here, at what it costs. It costs 22 points to do stage 16. We're about to have 22 points. Do I want to give it a go right now? Yeah, I really shouldn't. I should just do the... should just do the one I had intended to. Because, again, like I said, otherwise I'm going to end up being here all together longer than I think. Let's see what events are going on right now. We got Great Conquest and Engravers and Exhibition. And those are the only things that started today. Nothing ended today. We've got the Shard Assembly ending tomorrow, and the Zombie Invasion is also ending tomorrow. And then nothing else starts until Friday. We're gonna have the Crazy Invocation of Spirits. Drop rate of legendary heroes increases to 2 times during the event. Crazy Divine Summoning. Drop rate of legendary heroes increases to 2 times during the event. Special Invocation of Spirits. During the event, the designated hero will enjoy a 20 times drop rate. So, we got Valkyria. I've seen her in Arena. People play her now and then. Reincarnated as a demigod, Valkyria slashes enemies from great distance and revive a fallen comrade. Well, that's cool. When an enemy dies in range, increases damage by 15% for 15 seconds. Interesting. And then we have Lyra. I'm not sure if I've seen Lyra. It sounds kind of familiar, but I'm not sure. Roaming among the stars, Lyra is the silent defender of Tia. She harnesses the magic of the stars to protect while destroying enemies from the far realms. And she's a mage. Did not check to see the class of this one. It's a fighter. Then they have Maul, Nazim, and Nasandi as the epics in that. And of course, then they also have the special divine summoning, which has all the same stuff, but for legendary crystals, legendary summoning crystals instead. They're also going to have Tales of the Smith going at that point, so that's going to be for enhancing your gear. You get rewards. Corridor of Glory, so you get rewards for leveling up, starring up, promoting heroes, or upgrading heroes' skills to win trophies and redeem rewards on that. The Zombie Invasion will start again on Saturday, and Duel of Champions, which is for fighting arena battles, will also start on Saturday. So, cool. Got some stuff going on this weekend. Not too shabby. And of course the Engravers Exhibition, not Inhibition, it's a different one, is continuing to go for a while. Alright, I'm gonna hop over there and I'm gonna go run this on autoplay real fast. The stage 18. Alright, got that going. And that'll be the end of that. Let's see real fast if there's anything. Now I'm still out of arena permits. We got 2 arena coins for defending against other players while we were caught. And it's not going to restore another arena permit for another hour and 17 minutes. So I think I'm not going to be around for that one. All right. Then in that case, I'm going to go ahead and start signing off from now. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see the next time that I go live. It was, as always, a pleasure chatting with you guys, and hopefully I will see you next time. So, goodbye for now.